Bing, bong, boom. It's Mr. Worldwide when I step in a room. I'm a hustler, baby. You already know it's your boy Big 38 Go Hawk. You already know it's your boy. Let's get it.
Yes, sir. It's Coach Carey, a.k.a. MC4. We got a special guest today.
Special guest, Texas finest.
Texas finest.
Mr.
North Texas, right?
Yeah, you feel me?
Okay.
North Texas.
Lane line, Texas. Y'all don't play no football in Texas, boy.
He already know that's cap. Y'all can't even play football all the year.
Oh.
Too much snow. Y'all can't play football all year. But
got
it's
the-
okay.
They don't snow in the fall.
We got the jokey jokes today. But, Panthers started off with the Cowboys.
With the Raiders. Then to the Giants.
Now
the Panthers. Yeah.
Hey, we got Madre Harper, Texas finest,
Yo.
Saluki, Oklahoma State, all the above.
Thank you.
Corner, safety, nickel, whatever you need. Special teams, the guy.
Yes.
Guy.
This is true. This is him. I am him. Thank you.
AKA what?
AKA Young Shotgun on top. You know.
Shotgun on top,
Shotgun
bro.
on top,
Yes,
okay.
sir.
Off season.
All men are created equal. Some just work harder during the off season.
Let's work.
You know,
Ooh, with the dress. Stop playing with her.
make sure y'all see the camera. It's something slight.
It's shining.
Yeah, it's shining.
But you know what? Go on and break us down who is Shotgun on top? Who is Madre Harper?
So
Same person?
Nah, not necessarily. Like
Okay.
Shaka is so basically Shaka came from a nickname from my uncle. He used to say like Shaka Zulu, which he was the leader of the Zulu tribe in Africa. So like he was a leader that was relentless, went out there and went hard, obviously, conquered a lot and controlled a lot of things in Africa. So basically kind of used that mentality is when we went to the field, we want to dominate everything. It didn't matter if it was practice, walkthroughs, like I'm trying to dominate everybody because in my mindset it's like he's trying to embarrass me, so I'm not gonna let that happen. And so like you just got to go hard at all times. But who am I? Like I'm just a kid from North Arlington, Texas, man. Like I've been playing football my whole life, so it wasn't like I wasn't one of those kids that just kind of picked it up in high school. Nah, like my dad had me running hills and
You were like the Friday Night Tykes.
yeah, like we really was like going hard. Like
They don't play no football in Texas.
nah, man, like I wasn't going to birthday parties and stuff like that. Like my dad had me on Saturdays running
training.
summer track, and I'm running in stadiums at 6 a.m, running 600s at 7 years old. So we was grinding for this like for a long
Early.
time.
You knew what the task at hand was.
Yeah,
early
like
on.
grinding for this for a long time.
There was a goal that you set as a kid,
Nah,
or maybe even
facts.
Pop said as a kid.
Nah, facts, and I always enjoyed it. My dad said like I always had fun doing it, and it's just like something that if we were gonna do it, we're gonna be us all. You know what I'm saying? Especially like growing up and watching people. Like my dad was showing me tape like Walter Payton and Jim Brown, a lot of old running backs and time like that. Just I wanted to be that and be able to live that life and get my college paid for.
Absolutely.
Go to school. I went to school to be exercise. I was exercise science major. I
Okay.
wanted to be a physical therapist and obviously not have my parents have debt or anything like that. So that was one of the most important things for me. But I've also grown a lot since high school to going to Oklahoma State and transferring to Illinois and then being in the league just as a person and as a player. So I definitely dedicate ball to like a lot of things in my life, a lot of doors, a lot of places that I probably never would have been to without football. And I'm sure Myles can attest to that. And a lot of y'all guys can that
most
play. Like
definitely.
a lot of relationships and people
That's it.
that I've met just through ball. And obviously ball is not end all be all, but it is a big part of our lives.
It's an avenue that can bring you to different places.
Nah, 100%. I think of it as a stepping stone now. And yeah, I've been on a couple teams, and we all know that the business side of ball, isn't kind to undrafted players. So sometimes you just got to keep working till you get that breakthrough. So, I'll play for anybody. It doesn't really matter. I'm just here to work and then show people why I feel like I deserve, to be in the league.
And you've been doing that thus far, so
Nah,
keep
facts.
that kudos to you
Yeah,
starting
for
having that goal such a young age and really working on it day in and day out. And
for sure.
congratulations and keep that up, man.
Appreciate that.
That's exciting. So you played for the Giants, so you're kind of familiar with.
Kind of familiar a
Jersey?
little bit, even though I came during COVID time 2020, so a lot of
Okay,
things
so
were
no,
shut
it was shut
down.
down.
But I still able to. I love the city. Like I love going to New York. I love playing for the Giants. Like everything was great. The city was fine. Obviously, the media outlets a little harsher.
Yeah.
here. So they're on you,
New
which
York
is a little
media
different for me.
They don't care.
New York is
It
different.
didn't bother me. I just didn't know like how much like they're on you. Like
Okay.
it didn't. I don't really care what nobody has to say, but like I didn't
There's
know
eyes
like
on you
there's
everywhere you
eyes on
go.
you
You
everywhere.
hear it a
go.
lot more than it is
Yeah,
in Charlotte.
than other
Yeah.
other towns. Like
Being
a lot
at
more
other
reporting,
places.
a lot more tweeting. So it's just something that you do have to be mentally prepared for.
Okay.
Because let's just be honest. Like the fans don't know what's going on. Like they don't know the insides of the team. So you cannot let that affect what you're doing or
The
be
fans
like.
here are pretty crazy too.
Yeah, and I mean they love the Giants. You know what I'm saying? They support them. But obviously, if they don't like something, they're gonna talk about it. Of
course.
And you can't let that get into you. And obviously, people would say like, well, why would you care? Just somebody that you don't know. It's not necessarily that you care about necessarily who the person was or who said it. It's like, because you want to be great. You want to be looked at in a good light. Everybody does. And you know, you're giving a lot of effort and work to this. And for you not to, let's say, not say please somebody, but for you to go out there and not play your best, you already kind of are affected. Then you're like, dang, the fans are already on me too. So it's like you want to go out there and perform. Like, who doesn't? Who wants people to talk about their name? Because that's like I said, we've been doing this for a long time. And you want to be known as a great player, not a player that's not doing well. So that's something that you just gotta hone in.
It could be those distractions.
Yeah, exactly. But I mean, you don't worry too much about media, but it is different. It's something that if you do play at the Jets, Giants, or even Philly, you do got to be aware of that.
Bigger media outlets.
You got to be aware of that.
So during that time, what was something that you did to cope with like the media outlet?
I just turned all the comments off, and since like I didn't get no notifications, none of that stuff, I wasn't really worried about that. I just wanted to play ball because I mean, you know, I was an undrafted kid that was on P squad at the Raiders that got signed off a P squad to the active roster at the Giants. So I took a big leap, and obviously during that year, our corner situation wasn't that good. Our defense wasn't doing all that. So obviously people had a lot of, well, who is this dude? And you know, my name's Madre, looks like mom in Spanish, and a lot of people had a lot of things to say, but I mean, it didn't really bother me because I knew I had something to prove. And obviously, I didn't get to play corner like I wanted to or a lot of things that I did want to do here. But at the end of the day, I mean, it was a great opportunity. And I appreciate, you know, judges and the staff giving me an opportunity and a chance. But still got a lot of ball left and a lot of chance, you know, to
Still
prove
young.
and still able to prove myself in the league. Like, I know I can play. It's proven. I want to keep making teams if I couldn't. But it's just about when the opportunity comes for me to show it, I just got to be ready for it.
Absolutely.
Which I feel like I will be.
Good stuff.
So now that you know you're in Charlotte, let's
Queen City.
Let's go back a little bit. You know, college. What was that experience like? You know, going to Oklahoma State. Why'd you choose Oklahoma State, being from Texas?
Yeah.
And then you know moving to the Salukis later on down the line. How did that experience treat you?
So college for me was not the best. Just honestly, like, I did not get to have the college career that I dreamed of and that I worked for. You know what I'm saying? That I felt like I should have had. Like, you know, I felt like I was going to go to college and go to a big school and be, you know, first, second, third round draft pick. And I know a lot of kids feel like that, but I knew that I could have been that kind of caliber player. My freshman year was cool. Had a great time. Everything was cool. My sophomore year, that's where kind of things kind of just didn't go the way I wanted to and ended up transferring and stuff like that. But the reason why I picked Oklahoma State is, one, it was kind of closer to home, which distance didn't matter, but it was a nice thing.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
And coming in, a lot of the corners there were seniors. They were leaving. And so the class that I came with was me, Rodarius, and AJ. And we're all in the league. So Rodarius got drafted to the Giants last year.
Okay.
6th round. And then AJ plays for the Browns. So all three of us went to the league out of our same class.
All coming into the same
all
class
came into the
as
same class.
DBs.
All the DBs. We all went to the league. All three of us came in the same class.
That's a nice, strong class there.
I know what I'm saying.
That must have
And,
been
like,
doing a little something,
yeah,
right?
you feel me?
Yeah.
So it was definitely a good experience, and I definitely learned a lot from Oklahoma State and learned a lot about myself. Like, I'm a competitive guy, and, you know, I don't take disrespect well, and I'm just going to be competitive. So a lot of situations that happened at Oklahoma State, I definitely could have, you know, avoided, but just turn the other cheek or not even get into it with people and stuff like that. But that was something that God said I need to learn how to do that. Sometimes you do have to play the political battle, and just walk away.
Yeah.
It's not worth doing these certain things. And that, you know, as a young gun, I was just ready
That
to-
shows growth right there.
Yeah.
Just what
That
you
man
said.
above don't make no mistakes.
No, he don't make no mistakes. So I
Put
needed
you on
that.
every situation that you're willing to handle, you can handle.
Because if I look back and I was like, if I was still like that same hothead and I was still like every dude that said something I had to check and, you know, wasn't really caring about my money or nothing like that, like I probably would, if say I went first round, I probably would have blew on my bread and still had more problems down the road. Instead of me being more reserved now and stuff like that. Now going to SIU was a little different because we know it was a smaller
school, right?
Didn't have as much money. Obviously, we weren't getting fed as much. You know what I'm saying? We're having all the gear and stuff.
You're used
like
to
that.
this. You're used to this.
Yeah, I'm used to this
and
certain.
you come down to the level.
Here. So it definitely was a humbling experience, and I was angry. I was depressed. I was angry. I didn't like my life. Like, I didn't like, not that I wanted to kill myself or nothing like that, but like I didn't like where my football career had taken to me. But it was like I just kept praying and just stayed down. Like, I was a janitor in college because we didn't have a lot of money. So I was a janitor scrubbing toilets to get extra money.
Wow.
I worked at Big Lots.
Really getting it
You
out
know what I'm
the
saying?
mud.
So like
For
it was.
real.
I went from getting money in checks, never having to work at Oklahoma State to like
Yeah.
having to get a job again. That was like.
Wow.
Like, just crushed me. 'Cause
That
I was-
probably is, like, just shot.
It took a toll on me
Yeah,
for sure.
shot.
So you would go to practice,
Yeah.
do everything, go to class,
Yeah.
and go to be a
work.
janitor.
Yeah.
Wow.
Do what you got to do to basically feed yourself
Yeah, for sure.
at home.
Yeah. For sure.
That's crazy.
And everybody.
Why
just
these
thinks
coaches
that
are
you just go
making
to
all this
school,
money?
You go to school, play football, and that's it.
Yeah,
But they don't realize that people really got to get out there and they got to
Even
work.
if you're D1, you still some schools is still
don't have it. And
get
it's
it out
like,
the
obviously,
mud.
we had a couple things, and I appreciate how you for giving me opportunity and stuff like that. But yeah, it just was the reality of it. And I mean, it still is reality of a lot of dudes there. But I mean, like you said, every school just doesn't have it. Like they did what they could have for their funds. They're not gonna go broke.
They worked with what they had.
They worked with what they had.
And they had a good season, I think.
Our last year, and a year after that. But my first year, 2018, we went 2-9 that season. My first season there.
Was that the year y'all played us at Ole Miss?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, so you guys because you played with Stone. Yup.
Yeah, so we went 2-9 that season.
But you guys didn't know each other back then.
Nah. We smoked them.
Football. Wow. I mean,
First of all,
that was probably.
SEC.
Whoa, no.
Y'all was up in the first half.
No.
We were beating them in the first half.
They were beating us in the first half.
We were beating them in the first half because they were buns.
We was under sanctions. We had 59 scholarships.
We didn't have enough players to
They had
we were tired.
I mean,
we were tired. They had more players than us.
We
were
ended up winning
tired.
like 66 to
They
like.
did.
I remember the score because I watched
But
that.
they ain't do nothing on me though, so that's all that matters. They don't do nothing on me.
You guys
though.
play on the same side, so you never had to see each other.
Oh, until the last play, I forgot about that one. My bad. The dude, this what happened.
Oh, he didn't forget that.
Nah, this what happened. The last play.
Speak your truth.
The last play.
Speak your truth.
Dude threw the ball up.
Okay.
It was like last play of the game. He tried to catch it on my back. We ended up falling back. He ended up tucking it on my back. Made Sports Center. It's fine. I don't mind.
DK Metcalf.
No, that wasn't him. It was another dude. That didn't happen to me.
Lodge.
That didn't happen to me.
Lodge.
Yeah, that didn't happen to me.
Yo, Lodge was a dog.
Do what
Lodge
you
was
do.
a
What
dog.
you say. What you say. It don't matter. All game I was locking him up,
bro.
Yeah.
The other plays I strapped.
That
him
was
up.
so you saying that was scrub time?
It was just some on bullshit. I ain't gonna lie. I really kind of slowed down. The game was over. We were losing 60-0. I wouldn't think the ball was coming. They put a backup QB in.
Okay.
I didn't think they was finna throw it. That was on me. I relaxed.
It is what it
You
is.
take that. I mean,
relax.
it's a growth thing.
It happens, bro.
It happens to the best of you.
But the whole other part of the game, I was strapping.
You strapped.
Other DBs? I don't know about that. I was strapping. I was strapping.
Jeremy made his name that game.
Yeah, he's making plays.
Okay.
You know, that's when we had AJ, DK, Lodge.
That team was stacked.
that our wide receiver.
But I wasn't scared of them because, like, I'm used to that.
You was ready for it.
I played
That-
Oklahoma State, so
yeah.
like being in that atmosphere.
So you played
felt,
the Texas,
felt like
the
home.
Oklahomas.
Yeah,
You
it felt like
played-
home being in that stadium again.
So, college is over. You graduate with
Exercise science degree.
exercise science degree. Congratulations, student athlete.
Student first. Student first.
Yes.
We
then
preach that to the kids all the time.
Facts. We
Big on students. They have to send us their grades and all that.
For sure, as they should.
So after college, boom, you go undrafted to the Raiders,
Yup.
then the Giants, and then Carolina. Through that experience of going undrafted and hitting all three of those teams, what have you learned now to like help you in day-to-day life and in the league life?
Well, one, I speak on first. It sucked. It hurt my mental for sure. Like one, it made me. I was already mentally strong, but it did test me again. Because it's like, dang, like I worked really hard. I came from a big school, went to a small school, still made it on. You feel me? And it's like, dang, why am I keep getting cut?
Right.
And one day I had to just say, like, I'm not gonna worry about that no more. I'm gonna give it my all every day and control what I can control. I cannot worry about if I should have made it over this dude or I shouldn't have got cut. It doesn't really matter about that. If the teams feel like a business move, and that's fine. Like I was able to make peace with that, knowing that I did everything I could. So I made sure that I was on time. Made sure that I knew all the plays. Made sure that my worth ethic showed no matter what the situation was. And in my everyday life, knowing that like, hey, like times are still gonna be rough. Like you think just because you had a good year, even in business, life, school, like you had a good year, that does not mean that God's gonna allow you to have a great year next year. Like every year is different. So like, yeah, I was on active roster my rookie year with the Giants, but I was on P squad my next year, my second year in the season. And that's just the ups and downs and just showed like I have to keep working. You gotta keep going. And that, like it made me also think more about my money and businesses and knowing that the league doesn't last forever and how am I spending my money? How am I trying to use the money that I do have in the best way? Whether it could just be saving it.
Right.
Everybody's favorite thing is to, go invest. But what if you don't even have the means to invest? Like,
What if you don't even know the first step to invest?
Like,
Because there's a lot into
there's
that.
a lot into it. Like, I think the first thing you should do is educate yourself. So, like, I took classes. I did the seminar with the league that offered. I did all the little free stuff that they were giving just because I needed more knowledge about what I was doing.
And if they're giving it to you for free, you might. If
Exactly.
it's for free, it's for me.
Exactly. And I was undrafted. Like, my signing bonus was 10 racks. Like, that was it. I didn't get no 500,000. Like, nah, I ain't had it. I still,
Get it out the mud.
Yeah, like,
you
you feel
already
me?
know undrafted
Like
people.
I still like undrafted. I lived with my parents
Yeah.
for 2 years. Like I still went home. I still basically live with my parents. I got Airbnbs now, but I still basically stay at my parents.
Oh, we gonna dive into that off the field money. We gonna
But
dive
it's
into
like-
that. We gonna.
it's like-
I want the people to know you are more than
you
just
know
an
what I mean?
athlete
So
over here.
It's like, you know, like it's things that taught me like, hey, I can still do good things in the position that I'm at, and I'm thankful to be in the door.
Yeah.
It taught me a lot of humility just being where my feet at. We talk about that a lot, and just being thankful. Like as our human flesh, we're always worried about, well, I don't have this and I don't have that, and I was like, you know what? Let me figure out what I do have. I have a lot of friends. I'm sure you do, and I'm sure you do, that couldn't get past rookie minicamp.
Right.
Couldn't get past training camp. Like never got a chance to even suit up in a uniform.
Yeah.
Like
I got friends that couldn't get past high school.
couldn't get past high school. You know what I'm saying? So like I got to be on the same field as Tom Brady. Like I got to get in the game and play.
That's
So it's-
got, that, I mean, that's
you know
a
what I'm
goal. So
saying?
that's
So
a,
it's like a lot of dudes can't even say that they even got to suit up and run down on kickoff. Mm-hmm. Just run down on special teams.
you're part of 1%.
1%. So like I had to sit back, and once I just kind of sat back and let everything rock, I came more at peace. I used to kind of like not be stressed out, but just be like frustrated. Like, what am I not doing to play? So I really want to
Some
play.
things you can't control.
Yeah, so I just let that go and just be more. And I'm more at peace now, and just I'm gonna go out there and just ball and do everything with confidence. Like don't worry about nothing else, and just be who they need me to be. Whether that's special teams, that's practice squad, like it's all
Whatever
fine.
the team needs.
Whatever the team needs, like it's no big deal.
I like to tell like all my friends that don't play football and are not in our profession is like, when you wake up for your job, even if you get fired, you stay where you're at.
Yeah.
If we get fired, if we get traded, we might be in New York. Like he said, he was all the way in Vegas.
Yeah.
And came all the way to New York.
New York.
Yeah.
You gotta just get up.
Like
and leave everything.
no other job other than basketball, baseball, all the
Like
professional,
more professional
sports.
athletes and stuff.
You don't wake up and think like, if I get traded today, I'm going to be across the country.
Yeah.
And that's something you got to deal with in our profession.
Apartments,
and
family life, relationships.
exactly, like you got this whole apartment that you got for 12 months,
Yeah.
and now you're like, oh snap! Like, what am I going to do
I
after?
gotta pay double rent, figure that out, especially like, and that hurt me with like a lot of relationships with females, just people, because it's like I'm moving around, I'm frustrated. People ask me why you're not playing, and they're trying to buy your jersey, and I'm telling them no, like don't do that. I don't know if I make the team, like,
Yeah, yep.
and it's just a lot of stuff that we deal with as undrafted players, and it, that's why it's like the ones that do make it and the ones that do play, like we're special.
Yeah.
Undrafted is a special type of
Get to that
class.
3 years. We almost there, boy.
Almost there to that 3
we
years.
almost there.
We can get
about to get
vested.
that vet. About
So
to get
how
that
would you
vet
say,
card.
you talking about how in Southern Illinois your mental was, you were down.
Yeah, I was down
And then
bad.
you don't get drafted when you you had all these
Yeah.
aspirations. So I see you said you're at peace right now, but like ultimately, how is the mental state having playing for a couple teams, having gone through what you've gone through? Like how is it right now mental wise?
I'm great. To me, it's like I know I can play. I never lost that faith. Even at SIU, I knew I was gonna make it out. Even though some people doubted, my coaches thought I wasn't
Even
gonna
on
make
your
it.
down days when
Yeah,
you're
like
feeling-
I'm a good player. I don't care what nobody says. I can play. So it's like, just do that. Now the rest of the stuff I just can't control. I can't control because if somebody paid somebody already or the numbers don't work out, because that's
Business
just
side of it, yeah.
That's the people that think about it like you can't take this thing personal. It's really just business. Sometimes you won't make it because we have enough depth in this position and another position needs more depth.
They gotta drop.
They got to drop
you,
somebody. And you know what I'm saying? They look at and it just feel, so it's like it's not personal. You can't take it personal.
And that shows a lot of growth
Yeah,
from
you can't
you
take it
from where you
personal.
were talking
Yeah.
about how you were a hothead as a young kid.
Yeah.
Now you're like, all right, I'm gonna look at
Because
stuff
like
for the
I
bigger
was a
picture
3-star.
of
I was a
everything.
3-star coming out of high school. Like I had 40 offers. Like I got to choose my school out of high school, and to go to college and not perform the way I wanted to, I was like, dang. And then like to not get drafted, even though I was a 6'3" corner that ran a 4.38 and jumped
There's
to 40
not many-
in vert.
not many
And like
6'3"
you know what I'm
corners
saying?
out
Like
there.
I was
That can move.
I could move. And anybody can attest. Ma can attest. Like I'm sure when I first got there, they wasn't sure I was a tall corner. They didn't know because a lot of tall dudes can't move.
Yeah,
like
they
that.
can't move. Their hips
But
are
like
tight.
Miles gonna attest, like I can move as a big corner. So
Boy,
like
that boy be moving. He
so,
don't
like,
move to the slot.
yeah, like I
Who's
didn't.
faster?
Be honest.
Oh,
We never raced.
Be honest.
No, Miles is fast.
sit up for
No.
this. I gotta sit up.
No. Miles is fast, but I'm never gonna say another grown man's faster than me until he can actually beat me. Till he beats me.
Respectfully.
That's just the
Respectfully,
confidence.
Respectfully,
I'm not saying
I
Miles
like
is
that
fast.
confidence, but
Miles
as a
is
corner
fast.
in the league, you need that confidence.
Yeah, but Miles is fast. Miles is fast, but I'm not gonna say he can beat me until he actually beats me.
Okay, so you guys got a race.
We don't need to race no more.
I'm not racing.
We're in the NFL.
Unless you
We don't need to do that
unless
no
you giving
more.
me 20 bands,
Yeah,
I'm
let's
not
race
racing.
racing for money. There's no point. Like it's all about angles anyway.
Yeah.
You can run a
This is
4.38
true.
but can't stop or can't because you can run fast, but if you can't move them,
4.38.
you can't move them.
I ran 4.37.
faster, man.
Jersey.
That's a click of the thumb.
Jersey got speed.
His thumb may have been off. His thumb may have been faster.
I ran 4.37.
You don't know who his dude was. His thumb could have been faster.
all about the thumb right
Yeah, you run a 4.4 better, bro. You fast in the league.
Fast.
So if you
playing
run
fast.
under, if you run 4.5 or under, you're fast.
Yeah, you're good.
Yeah,
You're
I mean
fine.
that's
4.49, you're flat. You're fast.
That's
Because it's only a step.
Yeah, it's a step.
That's
Couple
it.
steps.
That's it.
And it's like it comes down to angles and feet. And
That's
can
it.
you
And
really guard,
football's all
like-
angles.
Right.
And like after being on a team with Stephon Gilmore, like even though Steph was fast, he run a 4.4, but like now
He's
he don't.
more of
He's a
technician.
technician.
more
right?
technician.
He
So,
knows
like,
what routes are coming with what.
He's
Yeah.
he's
if
doing
two,
everything
if
pre
two runs an over route, he know one is coming on the dig. Like
Steph told me, why run your fastest every game? That means that you're working too hard. That means you're not doing route recognition. You're not knowing what's coming. And he was like, you're never gonna be able to get a lot of picks if you can't be able to know what's coming. Like you got to be able to sometimes not necessarily guess.
Yeah.
But you got to know. Okay, from film study.
I was gonna say, does that go back to film study?
Film study. Steph was like film study. You look at this formation. You look at this. You should be able to know that they have.
They only run certain routes.
They only have run
Yep.
certain routes.
Yep.
And then he was like, sometimes you just say, okay, if he does this stem or does this, I'm gonna jump it.
Because you know it's coming.
You know what's coming.
Yeah.
And it has nothing to do with technique or talent. That's just straight, like, I know what's going on. Then you add the speed,
Yep.
add the technique. But Steph was like, if you're running your max speed every game, he was like, either you're chasing people and getting beat, or you're working too hard.
working too hard.
You're working too hard. And I really
now
thought
it's
about
probably
that.
like
Yeah, because think about it, we have all the physical
Talking to that man
attributes.
is
Yeah,
it's
he-
like talking to
Yeah.
a legend.
Yeah, talking to a
like,
legend.
Like talking
he's
to
won
like
a
a
couple,
Hall of
won a
Famer.
couple,
I call
won
him
a couple
like-
He's
Super
literally a Hall
Bowls
of Famer that was in our room.
in your room.
I call him Neo from the Matrix. Because Steph moves slow.
Yeah.
Like so smooth.
But it's so smooth.
Everything is smooth what he does.
Smooth. It's smooth. It's and he whispers. Like he doesn't.
He's not loud.
you
not
gotta
loud.
you gotta
He's a
come
lead
up
by example type.
You gotta lean in and be like, what?
lead by
He whispering.
example. All that man gotta do is walk in the room and you just gonna engage on whatever he say. You like,
Yeah, you're gonna be locked in. Anything Steph said, I'm locked in. I'm taking notes. I ask him
So
questions.
as
I
young
still
guys,
text him
that's
now.
got to be something
I
really.
text him now,
Yeah.
like, and ask him about stuff.
He's like big bro for you guys.
oh yeah.
Yeah, 100%.
And
Like,
it's a humble big bro. Like
Yeah.
you know, somebody that gets that love, you don't expect
Yup.
him to talk to a dude that he knew. Like
I be
all right,
forgetting Steph went second round. Like, I be forgetting he has all this bread.
he
'cause,
came
like,
in mid year and was still like he was there the whole year. Like
Yeah.
talking
He
to us
just
like he
knew
was
everything.
bro. Like
Yeah.
no, like talking to us like yo, I know y'all for mad long. Like he didn't have to do that. He
Yeah.
could have came in,
And never talked
boom,
to
got
none of us.
got what he had to do,
And then he got his money and he was out.
yeah, he had to.
he did that.
He showed love and
That's
everything.
that's what's up. Because I mean, I don't know how it is. I mean, I'm not in those rooms, but older guys, you know, you don't hear about older guys doing that with the younger athletes in the league. I mean, the NBA or anything like that.
It just
So
depends, because you gotta remember, like, people forget that we are under a lot of stress, and let's be honest, and Mala knows this, like, no matter what happens, we are competing for each other's jobs.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Like, you
you
can
my
never
boy
forget
and everything,
that.
but it's a competition that we don't.
But
speak
I
about.
want to beat
Yeah.
you.
Like we don't gotta speak about it, but we know like
Y'all know.
I'm still like we both play nickel right now.
We're
I'm
competing for
still
the
gonna
same
put
spot.
him in the best position.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because at the
Help
end of the day,
each other out.
if he's great, that means I'm great because he's pushing me to be great because I'm
Facts.
trying to beat him out.
And to me, it's
that.
like, if you just play better than me, that's okay. I can live with that.
Yeah.
Like, it's fine.
Sometimes it happens.
It happens.
Everybody has their days. Everybody has their bad
Exactly.
days.
And so people forget about that. We are competing for the same job. And you're right. Some vets could come in there and just not say nothing. That doesn't mean
Yeah.
that they're mean or nothing, but
Yeah.
you're not obligated to teach us.
Right.
Because we all do have
He
to.
just all he
have a
has to do is
job.
show up, get a check, and leave.
And we do have a job. Like, it's not up to him to tell me to
That's
study
the coach's
film.
job. That's player personnel's job.
You know what I'm
and
saying?
all that stuff.
It's not up to him to tell me I need to train or I
Yeah.
need to study more. Or I need,
Yeah.
nah, like, you gotta want to do that yourself. But it's nice to have that veteran presence
course.
to ask him questions, because he's played against pretty much every offensive system. So to pick his brain
for a while.
yeah.
At
So
a-
to
at
pick
a
his
high
brain,
level for a
yeah.
long
So
time.
it's like, and he's still at a high level. He's still
Yeah.
at three
Bro,
more years in.
He's
still got it.
Bro, he is
still
still,
got it.
at a high
He
level.
was on a 1-year deal with you guys, so he's gone.
Yeah, he's gone.
back.
He's the coach right now.
Colts.
Oh, they did sign him.
Big five, you heard?
That's-
Shouts outs to Big Bro, you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
shout out to Gilly,
Shouts
man.
outs to Gilly Locks, you heard?
Yeah, so that's just little things that you learn going to the league and how to take care of your body. Like seeing Gilly always get up early in the morning, do stuff with
PB
body.
peanut
be-
butter
You
and
at the
jelly.
facility early. Take
Yeah.
care of your body.
Yeah.
Bro,
you have to.
I remember we had I think we had a night game, and coach was like, yeah, we're gonna have a walkthrough at the stadium. He was like, coach, I start my process before the game at like 6 o'clock in the morning. I'm not gonna be there. And
Yeah.
coach understood like, who am I to stop somebody who's been in the league
Yeah.
for this long? to
You
stop
have.
his
They have. He
process?
has his ways in. Does he really need the walkthrough? Realistically,
Bro, we just need him.
He knows
Well, his
what
first
it
game
is.
he played with us versus the Falcons,
pick.
caught a pick on Kyle Pitts. Doing
And
he
no.
told us before the he told
Yes, he
in the
told us
practice,
in
he was like,
Wednesday.
yo,
Wednesday practice, not
he told-
Thursday.
Not Thursday.
Look,
Wednesday.
Look, he told coach, he was like, yo, I'm playing outside leverage. I'm gonna let him go over, and at the last second, I'm slicing it and pick
pick
it.
it.
And
did
exactly
that?
what happened.
Did it.
Bro,
He said
we
they're
were
gonna-
like-
he said they're gonna get in this formation. He said he's gonna run this route. And he's like, I'm gonna pick it on Wednesday.
We
And
were
keep in
on the
mind-
side. I was on the sideline like,
That's nuts.
yo.
Miles, keep in mind this. He only practiced once a week.
Wednesday. That's it.
He was on the vet status.
Yes, he just chilled. He
For
needed
his
though. I know he had
body.
came up
Yeah.
surgery with his knee
in
into his
the
body.
training
though.
room with the whole iPad watching,
Yeah.
and he like, bro, you see this? Bro, I'm about to.
Oh,
pick this.
it's on next level. I mean, you played for the Patriots for so long. I mean, Bill Belichick's
next
the
level.
greatest
That
coach.
Jones,
Like Steph knew. Like
Yeah.
he watched a lot of tape, like a lot of film. Like he knew, and he was able. And the thing with Steph is that something that you can't teach. He has great feel for the game.
Yeah.
Like feeling routes, like
Yeah.
feeling tendencies,
That
like
moxie that
feeling,
you need.
feeling the ball, and it's something that you can study as much as you want. But if you're not able to break it down and feel it in the game, like put it on the field,
Yeah.
it doesn't really matter. It's easy to sit in the room when it's air conditioned and nobody's
Yeah.
running at you to realize that he's running this route. But you
Exactly.
got to be able to like put it on the field and do it
Yep.
all while trying to tackle people.
Instinct.
You're tired. Like that's a certain type of feel that
Right.
everybody just don't have.
Yeah. So what's the biggest thing that for each of you that you took from him this year, being the vet in the room?
I would say it's taking care of my body.
Body.
Like just to see a person who, he knows the in and outs of the game, been playing for 10 years, all this, to the way he took care of his body, coming in early. Like he got kids, he got a wife, he got all this at home. Like, but to still be like, the only way I feed my kids is if I stay on the field.
Right.
And like for him to like, he always had a peanut butter and jelly, like to the nutrition, the cold tub, hot tub,
He was on it in every
Massage,
aspect
every
of his
aspect.
body.
every aspect. So I think
Yeah.
that's why I took
For me, it was like just slowing down the game. That's what we used to talk about. Like, don't get so riled up and just slow it down and raise like my mental. Like you gotta, athletic attributes. How do you raise your mental and slow the game down? So that's what I be trying to do in practice. Like, even though like I'm playing safety and nickel now. You know what I'm saying? Everybody plays safety like that. But I'm able to go out there and still be in the right spot because I'm trying to break it down and slow the game down.
Okay.
I don't have to be antsy about nothing or feel like
Yeah.
I have to make a play. No, just be in the spot, learn your technique, and see what you see, and just react.
Yeah.
And that's what I learned from Gilly. He was like, one game he ran like 14 miles per hour. And us, we're hitting 21s, 22s.
Yeah. He's just that's like a jog.
So I'm saying. So it's like, okay, in my head, in practice, you're working too hard. And not that you shouldn't run, like go
Yeah.
run fast, but it's like on certain plays, if I know that this is coming, I don't have to
yourself there.
strain. I can just put myself
Yeah.
there without having to do all this extra straining. But if I'm all over the place and don't know my leverage and don't know what's going on within our own defense, I'm making my job harder. So I have to in tune, work harder.
Yeah.
And that's what I learned from Gilly. Like, you don't have to do all that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like younger kids don't understand. It's so easy. Like in high school, you want to know your position.
Right.
In college, a lot of times you want to know your position.
Right.
When you get to the level
You
you
know
guys are
everything.
playing, you need to know everybody
know
around
how
you.
every-
whatever I do
piece.
affects the
Exactly.
defense alignment.
Yeah.
And that's what I think. If your younger guys in college and
that.
high school can kind of understand,
They make more.
they
They
know
make more
everything.
plays. I could have made
Exactly.
so many more plays
Yep.
in college if I just took the time to learn what the safety was doing, or not even that. Like, talk to them. How do you see this play?
So you can kind of see it the same way that they're
Yeah,
seeing.
because like if you feel like okay, this is gonna happen or this is gonna go on. Okay, I need to play it like this.
Yeah.
If this is the coverage. Where are you going to be at? Are you lined up on the inside of the hash? You outside the hash? Are you closer? Are you leaning away? If we're 3-by-1, are you going to lean to 3-receiver side? I need to know things like that because I know if I'm on a single side, I really don't have no help.
Exactly.
Or are you going to tell me, you know what? I'm looking at here, but I'm going to lean to the single receiver side. Like, I need to know those things so I can play better.
Yeah.
Instead of, you play corner in college, tell you to go out there, man, cover
Man,
2, cover 3.
exactly.
That's it, to go out there and lock up.
That's it. In the league, it's a little different.
Yeah, you got no leverages and stuff like that. And a lot of teams is like,
Leverages
if you
huge.
lose,
You can't play everything.
yeah,
You got to know where your help is and use your help.
use your help for sure.
Do your job. Do
That's the only way you're gonna be able to cut out routes.
Yeah.
You cannot play every route. If you try to play every route, every play, you'll lose.
But you can have leverage to beat certain routes on certain plays.
Exactly.
So-
Understood.
Let's step away from football right now.
Step out the game. More than an
The
athlete.
true businessman, like I am dissecting his mind like on a daily basis.
I'm
like
trying,
we
man.
talk
I'm
about
trying.
things and like I'm in the process of trying to get a little townhouse. But my man here, he's done it.
trying.
He's doing it and he's
trying,
doing it at a
man.
high
I'm
level.
trying. I'm
So
trying.
I want you to kind of like dive into like your ventures off the field and tell us about how that's been going. What got you into that stuff?
Yeah, so I got 2 Airbnbs, which everybody knows Airbnb's kind of like the hottest wave right now. And then I got 1 rental property, and then I'm trying to get another one. But like the process with that was like I knew
As
that.
an undrafted rookie.
Yeah, so I'm trying to use my money
that's not
properly.
something that
That's not,
happens.
yeah, because you got all that money at the
Yeah.
top.
So with me, it was like one, partnering with friends that have good jobs to make the risk smaller. So instead of me having to put in 50,000, I can put in 10. Even though we make even though I make less percentage on the back end, to me it's less risk because I am undrafted.
Yeah.
And it was smart for all of us trying to get into the game because eventually we're trying to build up our company where, we can have 400 properties underneath us. And obviously we're all going to eat off of that. We all can scale that up. And so the process with that was just obviously a lot of research. One of my friends is a realtor. His dad owns a construction company. So we were able to use his expertise. Another dude, he does like financial for a really big company. And then the other dude, he does coding and builds websites and stuff.
Oh, wow.
So like another dude has a hedge fund.
So you got a whole team.
Yeah, a whole team of people that out here getting money, and obviously want to, further their money. And I knew as an undrafted player, like I said earlier, it's not really about the money that you make, it's about what you do with the money. And I had to figure, always, when you're younger, you're always like, oh, if I can just make this, I could do this. Well, I'm sure Myles can attest to that. I thought when you got $10,000, I was gonna have a lot of money. Not enough.
Not enough.
You thought, okay, if I just make 50 racks, it's not enough. We made 100,000. It's not enough. I still feel broke, and I know people say that's a bad mindset, but it keeps me humble in the sense
But if you look at yourself that you're broke, then it's like you're always hungry.
I'm always hungry, and it's like, nah, I can't spend like that because I don't have it like that. And to me, I can't say that I have it until I could stop playing ball and say that I don't have to work. I'm sure Myles can attest to this. If me and Myles didn't play football this year, we would have to get a job.
Yes.
Like just 100%.
Yeah.
I don't have enough money to never do nothing ever again.
Yes, I would be a full-time trainer, and I'd be working 10 to 10.
Yeah, but like I have a job. I go get a 9 to 5 and use my degree. And to me, I don't got it.
Yeah.
And so me trying to further my money, but it didn't happen overnight. My rookie year, I wasn't worried about none of that.
Yeah.
I spent a lot of money. I was active. I'm sure we was all having fun. We were trying to enjoy the league.
It's the first time you really would have
nothing rookie year. I was in the crib. That was COVID. I was chilling.
You were enjoying yourself. I mean, it's
But
the
you
first
was at
time
the
you really had
Giants.
a nice
I was
bag.
in Charlotte,
You was
North
in Charlotte.
Carolina.
Yeah, it wasn't much.
You
to
was
do
in
with
New York,
New
New Jersey. Like you had
True.
the.
I was trying to enjoy myself, and
New
it's
York
like
got in a lot of spots.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like I wanted to make sure that I could further my career. And obviously I don't know everything about real estate and I'm still trying to learn, but I know that people need places to live.
Yep.
And before the market kind of got messed up right now, real estate is a good long-term play because it's always going to appreciate. It's something that as long as the market is there, it's always going to be a thing. People still need a place to live.
Yeah.
And like with us, we started out small. We got like a little 2-bedroom townhome. Like it doesn't have to be nothing big. Like income is income.
Yeah, absolutely.
And like people are in our generation, especially, I guess our 20, 90, late 97s and down, too big to want to get like a get-rich-quick scheme. Like real estate is not a thing that you're going to get rich in a sense like, yeah, you may be able to get a big flip where, you get a house and flip it for this and get over 100,000, but not all things are going to be like that.
Right.
Like you look at all millionaires, they have plays where they're holding, apartments and different buildings for a long period of time. And then you do flips.
And they're just being patient with it.
Yeah, and being patient. And you're going to collect that mailbox money. You're going to collect that.
And that's what you're looking for the back end after football.
Yeah, after football, where at least when I can leave the league, I want to have 10, 15, 20, 30 properties, and I want to own a 15-unit apartment complex and a duplex. And
so you got your plan.
Them the goals that I want to get to. And obviously, I'm not against any other businesses. Like, I want to do stuff where, I could get into like a startup company, like kind of how Postmates was, like with KD and stuff like that. Like, get into types of companies. And then, obviously, I do stock stuff with my financial advisor, but everybody, I say everybody can't do stocks, but that's a normal thing. That's a normal thing. And then, obviously, the Airbnb thing is a good thing where obviously you don't have to, let's say, not own anything. You can rent something and still make money from it. I was able to furnish it and get that going, and
everybody's looking for Airbnb.
Yeah, you feel me? And now the thing with Airbnb now, and I'll tell this on camera, like I'm not sure where it will go in a sense. Like obviously, it's kind of better than having hotels. Yeah. In a sense, like you have a kitchen, you can stretch out. There's no because think about a hotel market is where you go in the hotel, you only have space to put your bodies and lay down your stuff. That's it. With an Airbnb, you have a full kitchen, you have a washer and dryer. It feels more like a home. So it's a great market, but a lot of cities, because of people throwing parties and disrespecting people's homes like that, some cities are trying to ban Airbnb.
Really?
So if we wake up tomorrow and the legislator says no more Airbnbs, they can do that. Right. You ever been in some neighborhoods where HOA say you can't rent out your house?
Yeah.
That's a rule. So why can a city not wake up and say we've had problems with Airbnbs?
We're not having them.
We're not having them no more. So that could happen, which it may or may not. So I will give a disclaimer on that. It could happen. So you do need to check landlords. You do need to check your city's rules. You do need to check certain things, and then obviously just doing research. Is this even a good area to Airbnb?
Don't just hop into something and think it's just gonna be like
let's get Airbnb at some random town, thinking people are just gonna come to that random town.
Yeah, like that's not how it works. I did a lot of research. My Airbnb's in Frisco and one in Addison. And it's just like they were good areas that a lot of people are going to. One of my Airbnbs is right next to the Cowboys facility.
Okay.
So I know a lot of people are gonna want to travel there. You want to see the practices, and obviously people want to like be in the Frisco's nice areas, 20 minutes from Dallas. So like it's doing good. So it's like. There's just certain steps you can look to. And there's a lot of ways to do business. Okay. Like whether it's real estate, it's stocks. And really the only other things you either can invent something improve on an idea or open up something. Now, I do want to get a Wingstop or some type of franchise, but obviously to do those type of stuff, you need a little bit more money.
Gotcha.
Wingstop asking for, but it makes a lot. But obviously, it ain't cookie cutter dry. People are like, oh, I just want to open up a Chick-fil-A, or open up a Wingstop, or open up a Zaxby's or something. Yeah, but people forget that you have to have operating costs. You have to pay bills for a month before you even make money. You have to find the land or find a pre-existing building.
That's a lot of money up front.
It's a lot. Exactly. And I was be like, well, I'll take out a loan. That's fine. You can take out the loan, business loan, but you need to have the right people in place in order to do all that because there's zoning. People forget about zoning. You could try to get a Zaxby's here, but the city says, no, you can't have a food establishment within a certain mile of this or a certain mile of that. Or
zoning is crazy.
You know what I'm saying? Or like
research. And
I'm sure you're trying to get a bigger building and stuff. And some places, you have to have a big enough fire land or big enough this.
Gotta have an architect come in and build out and do the.
Who makes these rules? This is crazy.
What's for the community wants what they want.
Yeah.
So that's why
it's another way for them to make money too.
Yeah.
You know, they send
these people now have jobs making sure
they send their code of conduct people to make sure stuff like
that. A lot is going into like their off the field ventures. Like as much as this football side stresses, wow, there's a lot that goes on.
I have a great team. Like I got my mom helping me. I found some good people that my dude my taxes, my financial advisor, and like I said, my friend that's the real estate agent help me through all these things.
That's
and so
good.
It's slowly coming along. Yeah, I mean, if I was a first rounder, I probably would have had 5 properties by now.
A little different because
the money's different. But like I don't mind going slow because in my head, I'm never gonna stop working. I can choose, but I can choose the type of work that I choose to do. That's the goal.
That's the freedom.
Yeah. People always say, "Oh, well, you want to be able to wake up when you want to, and this and that." And that's fine. That's cool and dandy. But you're never gonna not have to work.
Yeah.
No matter who you are,
you gotta go get it.
I don't care.
Jay-Z is still working.
Yeah, JC still.
He's probably
works.
waking up early as hell too.
Floyd still works.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did an exhibition in Dubai on a helicopter pad, and it was easy for him to beat the dude up.
Yeah,
but that's still a job.
You still got to train for that.
You still have to be in shape. You know, he said it was easy, but like you still doing stuff. So you just want to choose how you work.
Okay,
that's the key. And to me, I'll tell people like on camera, everybody's not meant to be an entrepreneur.
Yeah,
you need some people to go to 9 to 5. There's nothing wrong with going to a 9 to 5, getting benefits, and going home. There's nothing wrong with that. Right. That is some people's direction, some people's life. Because to be an entrepreneur, you can lose money.
Yeah,
you can go broke. You can go down. Like, and that's something sometimes won't work. Yeah. Like I've tried to get properties in the past and didn't get approved. Lost a bidding war, you know what I'm saying? Trying to put money up. Like we tried to get another property the other day and we lost the property because somebody came and outbid us. And we thought, we was finna get it.
Oh, you're ready to get it.
Yeah, and it happens though. And like you can open up a restaurant and your restaurant fails.
Yeah.
You could buy a property and try to flip it and nobody buys it for the price that you want.
And then you're losing money.
It's like
going down on price.
Yeah, so it's risking everything. But obviously, yes, you want to try to create different sources of income. But I try to tell people, okay, if you're working, say, a job, you're making $60,000, $70,000 a year, $50,000, whatever it may be. Let's start small. How about you get a vending machine in your local barbershop? That's something small that you and your family could do and stock it up and go into the barbershop and be like, hey, this is my family. We're trying to do. We'll put a vending machine. Wooty woo. What I'm saying? Let's get some dividend yielding stocks. Let's buy some Amazon, some Apple, and blue chip stocks is what we call them that give you dividends. You're not making $100,000, but you make a little money. You're starting small.
And it's just, you said start slow and then
build your way up. Okay, your wife is organized.
Rome wasn't built in a day.
It wasn't. Like your wife's organized. You know what I'm saying? So like, or a week. You feel me? Yeah. So like let's try to be a travel planner, or let's let's try to be a personal shopper, or let's do little small things on the side in order to build money. Let's
build your empire.
Yeah. What's our strengths?
Right.
Like even now with kids, I saw a kid on YouTube that unboxes toys. He made $30 million last year.
That's crazy. YouTube's crazy. Like you can
think about it. A kid made $30 million last year. Listen, guys. He's a kid that opens toys, and other kids watch him open toys. It made 30 memes last year. Has 7 different channels.
Yo, 2022 is crazy.
So
right? What am I doing wrong?
So you can't tell me not a way to make money. You just have to sit down. My biggest thing I tell people: sit down, see what you want to do, see what you're good at, have a plan, and then execute it. Put goals down. Like I'm sure, Myles, with your foundation, you had certain goals. Okay, let's come up with the title. Let's get our LLC or a C corp.
My mom is like the backbone of everything. She has everything ready, and whenever it's time to go, like she has all these plans. Like,
and you just gotta execute.
She said first 2 years, you're like, all right, Going into this third year, we're doing a camp.
Exactly.
And what we do today?
Did it camp?
Camp.
Did it
And
camp.
be
Hell of a
organized.
camp.
You need somebody that's organized. Like, I know I'm not the most organized person, so I would need my
have
mom. My mom.
Surround
would do
yourself
that.
with people
You
who-
surround yourself with that people, and then
Yep.
people that's not with the goal. All my friends ain't making money. They ain't rich. Like, but the thing is, we all are trying to be the best we can. And I'm a firm believer. I want you to make as much money as possible. Always. I'm not saying money is everything, but money definitely helps. It's
Yeah.
easier in life when
It
you
helps
can.
you get in a conversation that you're not supposed to be in.
Exactly. So it's like it's easier in life when you can pay your bills on time.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Where you don't have to have credit card debt. Like my family, we was growing up, my family had decent jobs, but sometimes, we had to go into credit card debt. My parents lost their job at one point, when back in was it 2010, a lot of layoffs
Yep,
were happening.
yep.
We lived off of credit cards. And that, I put my parents in credit card debt.
Absolutely.
And that was things that
That messes up the credit,
You know what
and
I'm
then
saying?
you can't buy other things.
you know what I'm saying? So it's like, yeah, I want to have those type of reserves or have that type of income where it's okay, if I get fired from this job or this job's not doing well, I have other pillars to help support us
Right.
be able to keep going. And that's why I feel like I want people to be as wealthy as possible and just do right by the money. People are like, oh, if I get $1 million, I'll be rich forever. That's not true.
No,
a lot of
it's
people
not.
have gotten $1 million
And going
And they
broke.
blew
going
it.
broke.
Yep.
And it's hard. It is not easy to give a 22-year-old in the league $8 million and tell them not to spend money.
They're gonna
Especially if
spend
you've
a
never
little.
had money.
They're
I
gonna
don't know about
spend a
you.
little.
You
I
buy
don't-
your mom's son, you buy your uncle's son, you
You know
buy
what
your
I'm
sister.
All the people that help you get there, you
Yeah.
feel obligated.
Yeah,
at
you
that
feel
point
me?
to
You
get
know
there.
about
That
Miles.
awkward conversation of saying no to someone that you love is truly a conversation that
We all
a lot of
grinded
people are not
together.
prepared,
Yeah.
prepared to even have, because you grow up, you see all these stories like, oh, I bought my mom a house, I did this, but they never, as you get into the league, that's when they start telling you the stories of, oh, my parents asked me for this, and my mom started stealing from me.
Yeah, it's crazy. And I wanted to buy my mom a car, but I wasn't active my second year, so I ain't buy it. And she understood, and that kind of crushed me a little bit. Because
Yeah.
my first year, I wanted to just go through my year. Second year, okay, boom, we going to be second year, I'm going to buy my mom a car, and I ain't buy my mom a car. And that kind of hurt me. And my mom just wants a Volvo.
you gotta go for this
She
season
don't,
now.
for sure, 100%. Like, she,
Mama is coming.
like she
Mama
don't
is
want
coming.
no Bentley or nothing. She
Oh,
wants a Volvo.
mother.
I'm cool.
Just some
Oh,
regular
mother,
degular so she can
oh,
drive around.
That's it. So it's like we all have those goals, but at the same time, I'm not gonna go broke trying to give my peoples everything, and they understand it and they're cool with that. And I'm sure Miles is I bet his family, great family. My parents say we still gonna work.
Yeah.
We still
Both
gonna,
his parents still
Yeah, that's what I'm
working.
saying. And my parents said we don't want nothing from you. You could never give us a dime. Our goal was to make sure that you could pay your own bills and live on your own. My mom said she's
Nah,
cool with that.
You got some good parents.
Yeah, she said she was cool with that.
Our age, we're not obligated to take care of our parents.
Facts.
Yeah.
Like, our parents' job was to get us to this point, and they're not obligated to take care of us after 18.
Facts.
So we're not obligated to take. Now, if you do something,
That's nice. They enjoy it.
Yep.
but you're
My
not.
mom not asking
you're
for my dad. My mom
obligated-
not asking for nothing.
You're not obligated to take
And
care
that's
of
gotta
parents.
feel good.
Yeah, for sure, 100%. And like obviously allowing me to come back. Like a lot of parents would have said, "No, you made over 100,000 last year. You don't need to come back to the house."
Peace.
Yeah, bye. My parents let me sleep there and didn't say nothing. They were cool with that. They I was probably like me being at home, but like you know what I'm saying. Like it was cool, and I appreciate them for that. And we know we're still trying to build this thing, and I want to build an empire for my family where I have 10, 20 properties. And my mom just works for me.
Yeah.
Like, you ain't got to go to work no more. Just do this real estate
Yup.
thing. We'll build.
But
this
you going
legacy.
to work now. You gonna work.
Nah, fast. You're gonna do something, and whatever it may be. Like I'm in the process trying to get my mom to get a real estate license. So like,
That's awesome.
when we go get properties, my mom get paid
Now
for
you-
that.
boom.
It's cut out the middleman. Let her do it.
So
Good
look.
head on the shoulders right here, right?
So look.
Trying.
So look.
Keep it up.
We always end
Here we go.
2 surprise questions.
Okay,
Ready?
bet.
I don't know if you're ready for these though.
All right, which one you want? You want A, you want B?
B.
Okay.
The last NCAA came out in 2014.
Okay.
From then, who would you put on your cover from 2014? Anybody past 2014? We can't name anybody. We just need to hear who you would put on your cover.
Who I would put on my cover? To me, looking at college and looking at people going crazy, to me, I ain't gonna lie, I probably would have put Johnny Manziel on there.
Respectfully.
I mean, I know what he did. I know he didn't do.
that.
I know he didn't do what he
I
supposed
like
to do in the
that.
league, but seeing him
In college though, now was
and then
he
beating Alabama that one.
seeing the time frame?
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's 2016.
Yeah.
He came out 2015.
2015.
I had him up on my list.
There's obviously other great dudes, but like looking back and like somebody was like, God, he's going nuts.
Yeah. He did.
changed
What he
football.
did for college football was crazy.
It's crazy. I
Like
think
he is
he'd have
highlight. I know we talk about Tavon Austin's
been- Tavon
highlight
Austin,
reel,
yeah, for sure.
and he's a year before. Like he could have been on the last
Yeah.
one. But Johnny Manziel's highlight tape goes ridiculously stupid.
It's crazy.
And I mean, you're from the South, so you kind of that
know
was a
what
big
I'm saying?
thing out in Texas. I'm
What?
sure.
He was going nuts. And I was like, bro, this dude. I told my dad, like, he's going first pick in the draft. And that's like, no way.
Tell him yours.
Lamar.
Nah, facts. He was going nuts.
Lamar.
Nah, he
Tell
was
him
going
yours.
nuts.
Joe Burrow.
Yeah, he was going nuts too.
Thank you.
Are you putting him
he's on
over?
that.
Are you putting him over Lamar? Or are you putting him?
No, he's below Lamar.
Okay.
I appreciate
I
you.
but I don't respect how he be putting my pick down because Joe Burrow was the only quarterback that had Heisman Trophy, undefeated, national championship.
I mean, yeah, that's true.
His team was crazy.
His team was
He had the
crazy.
best
Yeah,
team.
but he was the team. They loved him down
He
there.
had arguably the best football team ever in college.
And it could have been the media though.
Okay, so what about Baker Mayfield? He went crazy in college.
He did go crazy in college.
He was a walk-on at Texas Tech. Went to Oklahoma, went crazy, won the
This is
Heisman.
true.
We
This
got
is
Kyler.
true.
We got Kyler Murray, the Texas legend. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna say Kyler Murray, best quarterback to ever come out of Texas.
For real?
At the state of
Wow.
Texas.
Respectfully.
High school football. Yeah.
Over Drew.
You stamping that?
Yeah, over high school, like high school football. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, high school.
Shock on
Tyler was. If y'all go watch Kyler's,
I watched this
in high school.
Allen High School, Allen, Texas, right by you, right?
Like 30 minutes away.
That stadium.
I
is-
played with two of his
Yo,
teammates,
is your
so,
stadium like that? What was your high school stadium
My high school
like?
stadium is nice, but it ain't like
Yo,
Allen.
Allen's
It ain't
is
like Allen.
crazy.
They
It's
got-
all
But I
around.
also have 6 schools in my city. Allen only has 1.
Oh wow.
Yeah, Arlington's big.
Okay.
Yeah, Arlington's big.
That's where the Rangers are at, right?
Yeah, Rangers, Cowboy Stadium, all that.
Okay.
Yeah, Six Flags, Hurricane Harbor, all that. The Kyler Murray's high school tape.
This
Y'all
is
watch.
crazy.
I ain't gonna-
Go
it's-
back and
it's-
watch that.
It's crazy, bro.
So the last
He was giving it to people.
Were you a Disney guy?
I mean, I
Disney,
watched
Disney, or
Disney and Nickelodeon.
Which one?
Which one I would pick over?
Like,
I
which
mean,
one did you watch as a kid?
I feel like I watched both.
All right, so
All right.
Yeah.
If you could go back, I need your top 3 Disney movies of all time.
Top 3 Disney movies of all time.
Yeah.
Now I gotta remember, make sure which one's a Disney movie. Okay, so I'm gonna say Pocahontas. That's a classic. I love that
Okay.
movie. I'm sorry, Pocahontas is dope.
He's gonna start singing. He's gonna
Pocahontas
start
goes
singing.
crazy.
I was trying to remember, but I couldn't think of it.
I'm trying to remember all my Disney movies.
It could be
Pocahontas.
cartoon or non-cartoon movies too.
We said movies, so dang, what's the one with the mouse? The mouse that was on a tour across the world. You know what I'm talking about?
Ratatouille?
No, not Ratatouille. It's another one. Yeah, Five. Yeah, that one. And then
I
it's
ain't
a
never
classic.
heard of
Never
that.
seen that? That's a classic, bruh. And then
You just taught me something.
Right?
yeah,
Came
I used to
ready.
watch a lot of movies. Yeah, and then
Last one, here we go.
what was my last? I'm gonna do something current. Nah, I'm gonna go Lilo and Stitch. I used to watch-
movie?
Yeah, I used to watch that a ton.
Ohana.
I used to watch that a ton, bro.
Really?
Yeah.
That's a list. Besides Pocahontas, the other two, no one said yet.
Somebody said Pocahontas before?
Didn't somebody say?
I don't think somebody said Pocahontas.
Wow, so you got
Pocahontas
3
is a
movies
dope
that
movie.
none of our guests have said.
Ohana means
What did the guest said? What did the guest said?
I mean, we had Cool Runnings.
It's a great movie.
We had Double
Luck of
Team,
the Irish.
Luck of the Irish.
yeah. Look. Ooh, I forgot about the Look at the Irish.
Yes,
Yo, used to
thank
go
you. Get out.
crazy.
Get out. See you later.
Dang, I
Get
forgot
out.
about the Look at the Irish.
Oh, he just mad because I'm Irish and
what?
he hates that.
I forgot. I've seen so many Disney movies.
He's wild.
I mean, you can even throw it back. Remember when Corbin Blue had the little golf cart movie? Like, there's so many. Like,
There's a lot. There's a couple
more to
OGs
think
out
of. Like,
there.
I'd have to go through a list and be like,
All
dang, I
right.
forgot. Look at the Irish is a good movie.
That's a
bro.
terrible.
Thank you.
It's a terrible.
Remember the one where they had, what's it called, Smart House, whatever.
Smart House, great movie.
All right,
Great
all right,
movie.
We're done.
See, yo, we're on the same page right
There's
here.
a lot of good movies,
gotta
man.
go.
And
Yeah.
that's a wrap. I just
We
want to
appreciate
appreciate you got us, Carey. Sign us out. Here we go.
We appreciate you, bro. This was an awesome time. We appreciate you coming out to the camp. That was huge. I know the kids loved it. But, sign us out. Give us your last words for what you got for them.
Man, you know what I'm saying? It's young go-getter shotgun on top from the Northside Ag Town here with my dogs right here. This is me, you feel me? We in the off season right now, finna prepare for this season, man. I appreciate Myles and his family taking me out to their home in the Ville. They said nobody calls it that, but we're gonna call it that today.
Ville, baby.
You know what I'm saying? Just having a great day and able to come, communicate with you guys and really just talk about just life. And we are I like stuff like this because we are more than just football.
Yeah.
And it's good to for the
that out
fans
there.
and people just to see this side. So I really appreciate you guys having me out for sure.
Appreciate it.
Anytime you want me back, I'm there. I'm there with it.
Most definitely.
Like, comment, subscribe. Because
that.
what?
Tell a friend to tell a friend.
Tell a
Because
friend.
we're all friendly.
Appreciate it.
Off season.
All men are created equal. Some just work harder during the off season.
Twerk.